So recently, Canada Goose stepper Pierre Poly-cantankerous pulled himself away from a recent billionaire circle jerk to give a speech rewriting history around the Holocaust. And it was gross, because either English isn't this guy's first language, or he can't stop lying even about what words mean. One-ply Pierre's speeches aren't just bad, he does the same thing that Jordan Peterson does, where his tone implies competence, but his words just aren't wording. There's this one part where he talks about how the Jews triumphed over the Holocaust. As if there was this part where Gandalf led an army of eagle-riding rabbis hurling exploding dreidels, and though they had only enough bombs for one night, miraculously the bombs lasted for 8 nights! How the hell is nobody calling out this future Men.com exclusive for disrespecting the war dead? Not only does he erase the Poles, the Roma, black and brown people, people with disabilities, and the fabulous, he also erases the Allied soldiers, including both of my grandfathers who thankfully came home, but over 45,000 of our soldiers did not. The Jews did not triumph over the Holocaust. They endured, and that is commendable, but words matter, and propaganda is bullshit. He also goes on to offer platitudes to the Jewish people, which are just pretty tone deaf in 2025. Because to this homunculus, all Jews are Zionists, and if you're not making excuses for war crimes, you probably can't even read Hebrew. Side note, reading Hebrew is hard. Martin Luther couldn't do it. That's how we got the word Jehovah. Someone who aspires to lead Canada should be able to turn off fundraising mode long enough to give a somber speech without making everything about themselves. Canada is not just about one man. And if it was, it wouldn't be this one. Canadians want someone who is capable of being honest. And whether he's giving cover for his donors who are the reason Canadian kids are going hungry, or pretending the solution to the housing crisis is building more luxury condos, Pierre personality disorder does not have a stable enough sense of self to do any good for Canadians, or the world, which is going to need a stable Canada in the coming years. And just as a side note, remember, the next time you run into a politician who claims they support our troops, ask them what they are doing to decriminalize psilocybin, which is a cheap and effective way to treat brain injuries like PTSD that our veterans come home with. And the fact that so few MPs have publicly supported legalizing the healing of our wounded is appalling. Because if all your party has to offer Canadians is church lady virtue signaling, terrorizing of trans kids, and laws written by private industry thieves, you can give your balls a tug and fuck right off.